The economy. A mysterious beast which facilitates the exchange of goods and services on a global scale. Many of you know about the economy, and all of us contribute on a daily basis. But what if I told you the system was rigged? The very thing we rely on has a foul secret that it doesn't want us to know. What is the economy? The economy could be described as the vehicle which we have onboarded to take mankind on a path to technological evolution. Simply put, it is the trade in goods and services between people. The earth is populated with all the necessary resources for innovation and growth, but it's the collaboration between one another which over time has allowed the human race to continue to improve. Humans have had the capability to survive for approximately 200,000 years, but only since the development of established civilizations have we been able to thrive. A successful economy underpins any civilization, and as the economy grows, so does the standard of living of those within the civilization. Many of the things we take for granted today are the product of years of economic growth and innovation. The car you drive, the house you live in, the planes you fly in, the gyms you work out in, the internet you're learning on. All of these things have been made accessible by the advances in human collaboration and innovation, underpinned by a simple mechanic of trade in goods and services, or in other words, the economy. You. Where do you fit in this picture? The answer is surprisingly simple. You spend money. Our brains contain 100 billion neurons, connected by trillions of synapses, which facilitate the informational instructions that determine what we see, think, and do. The expansive potential of the brain results in each and every one of us having our own unique thoughts, yet we are all conditioned to do one thing in common: spend our money. The success of an economy can often be attributed to the level of spending within it. The more people spend, the more money is available for businesses and individuals to research, develop, and innovate. And this innovation leads to more spending as a result of a higher demand for better goods or services, and thus the cyclical cycle continues. How does the economy get us to spend? The economy is not an overarching, all-powerful being. It is made up of each and every one of us. It's a collective, and it relies on us spending our money. But how does it do it? Advertising and debt. An estimated $650 billion will be spent in 2021 on advertising. It's the promotion of goods and services, simply put, but it's much more than that. Advertising is an art that tries to accomplish one overarching goal: to trick the consumer into believing they need a particular good or service when in reality they don't. The economy grows when spending increases, and it doesn't care whether that spending goes on survivability or thrivability. Another huge tool in the economy's arsenal is debt. Debt is an arrangement of borrowing whereby one party receives money to spend. Usually when debt is concerned, it's utilized by individuals or businesses to buy things they couldn't otherwise afford. Debt can be used to increase spending in an economy by giving spending power to people who don't have it. Credit cards, bank loans, mortgages, peer-to-peer lending, payday loans, and even car loans. All of this debt serves to increase spending within an economy. Suddenly the car you wanted you can now afford, or the house, jewelry, and maybe even that boat as well. But in order for the economy to continue to grow, one thing generally has to continue: the secret the economy buries deep. You remain poor by continuing to spend. Saving your money could be fatal to the economy. If you wised up to the advertising and debt bubbles that exist around you, you could save more money by not buying the materialistic things you don't need. This would result in you accumulating more wealth over time. However, there exists an economic theory called the paradox of thrift. Dating back as early as the Bible, this principle in Proverbs 11-24, which reads, "There is that scattereth, and yet increaseth, and there is that withholdeth more than is met, but it tendeth to poverty. Popularized by the economist John Maynard Keynes, this term refers to saving on a large scale in an economy essentially being a bad thing. If we all woke up one day and decided we were only going to buy the essentials and work hard on saving more, then overall demand in the economy would fall drastically, and businesses would have to lay off the very staff which were trying to save more, and as a result the effort to save more would in fact be in vain and therefore a paradox. If this paradox is true, then it is fair to say that your window to act is closing. Don't believe that you can just wake up one day and decide to start saving and investing, because the truth is, with the introduction of the internet and social media, there's been a massive shift in focus towards financial freedom and retiring early. But we can't all have that reality. But if you are watching this video, then you have the opportunity to allow yourself to say no to thrivability, to save your money and create a more luxurious future for yourself. I'm not going to tell you how to become an overnight millionaire or encourage you to start that business you've always wanted to. But what I will say is you have the capability to change the course of your life drastically by very easily and very slightly changing your habits. Say no to advertising. Say no to debt. Say no to caring what others think about you. Say yes to saving more. Say yes to investing more. And say yes to planning for your future, because it really does matter.